Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today we are going to read about Tayammum. So, before we start our today's lecture, our today's lesson, you all must open your notes. Dear students, you should open your notes in front of you so that you may be able to better understand what we are reading and what is being explained to you all. So the topic which we are going to read today, you may find on page number 16 and 17 of your notes. Page number 16 and 17. The topic starts at page number 16 and the topic of today's lecture would end at page number 17. So I hope you have opened your notes, and we may start now our today's lesson. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tayammum. If one is unable to find water or is bedridden due to severe illness, one is allowed to perform tayammum as an alternative to ghusl or wuzu. What is this? Dear students, you know, offering salah 5 times a day is compulsory upon every believer, every Muslim. Sometimes it happens that you are at some place where there is no water. It might be some desert or some other place. Similarly, someone may be ill or sick so much that the doctors have advised him or her not to use water, not to make your hands or feet or face wet. So in such case, a believer is allowed to offer tayammum. Tayammum is actually dry ablution or dry bath. So Islam teaches us that if someone is unable to find water or is bedridden due to severe illness, one is allowed to perform tayammum as an alternative to ghusl or wuzu. Means in such case you would not make wuzu or ghusl, instead you would make tayammum. So what is tayammum? How tayammum is made? Students, making intention is compulsory before you start performing tayammum. Intention means niyat. Niyat is an Arabic word, and intention is its English meaning, English translation. First of all, you would make intention, you would make niyat for performing tayammum, and after this both the palms of your hands should be struck gently against some dry soil, sand or stone. What does it mean? It means that you have to struck the palms of your hands. Palms in Urdu, palms are known as हथेलियाँ. आपके जो हाथों की हथेलियाँ हैं. After this, both of the palms of your hands, दोनों हथेलियाँ, should be struck gently, very softly, against some dry soil. Soil means mitti, sand or stone. Means you have to struck your hands, your palms, against some dry soil, sand or stone, very gently, very smoothly, very softly, not hardly, because if you make it hard, it would be painful for you. This act would be painful. This act may hurt your hands. So do it very gently, very softly. After blowing the dust off, wipe your face with the hands as is washed in wuzu. It means after striking your hands, your palms against dry soil, sand or stone, obviously your hands would be having dust, so blow off the dust and then wipe your hands on your face and wipe your face with the hands just like you make wuzu. Then the act of striking is repeated as well as blowing the dust off. Now forearms are wiped. You understand? First of all, you would strike your palms against some dry soil, sand or stone. Then you would blow off the dust and then you would wipe your face with these hands. You would again do the same act. Means you would again strike your hands gently against dry soil, sand or stone, and then again you would blow off the dust and then you would wipe your forearms. This is tayammum. The tayammum is completed now. It's very much easy. It's not difficult at all. It must be noted that as soon as the restrictive reason for not doing wudu or ghusl is removed, tayammum becomes void. It means if someone has made tayammum because he or she is in desert and there is no water, he or she has made tayammum. But as soon as the water is available, at once it happens that water is available, water is seen, water is found. You find water somewhere. As soon as you find water, your tayammum would be finished. Now you have to make wuzu or ghusl. Similarly, if someone is sick or ill and doctors have restricted him, doctors have forbidden him or her from using water, and after making tayammum, if doctors advise him or her, or doctors allow her or him to use water, tayammum would be finished, wuzu or ghusl would be made, and then prayer would be offered. Dear students, now we would read about the acts that nullify wuzu or tayammum. The things, the actions that finish your wuzu or tayammum. What are those things that break your wuzu or tayammum, that nullify, that end your wuzu or tayammum? What are those things? Number one, to answer the call of nature, leak or discharge any impurity from the body. Means if someone urinates, someone discharges, for example, gas is discharged out of the body, or any call of nature, then the wuzu or tayammum would be no more. It would end. Number two, to discharge pus or blood from some wound. If someone is wounded, someone has some wound on any part of the body, and after making wuzu or tayammum, the pus or blood comes out of the wound, the wuzu or tayammum would be finished. Number three, to lose consciousness, faint, behosh ho jana. If someone loses consciousness or becomes drowsy, means he feels sleep or he falls asleep. Number four, mental imbalance, means if someone becomes mentally imbalanced, he or she becomes unable to understand the situation, or he or she is not in senses, wuzu or tayammum would be finished. Intoxication, taking drugs. If someone if someone has taken drugs and his mental ability is disturbed, then wuzu or tayammum would be finished. Laughter during salah, or salah means prayer, means if someone laughs during the prayer in such a voice that is audible, it means his or her wudu or tayammum is no more, and wudu or tayammum would be performed again. To vomit, if someone vomits, wudu or tayammum is finished. So dear students, this was your today's lecture, and I would like to revise some of the points that are very much important for you all. That is, in your notes, the topic which we read today, you may find on page number 16 and 17, and we are going to revise the lesson briefly, shortly. If one is unable to find water or is bedridden due to severe illness, one is allowed to perform tayammum as an alternative to ghusl or wudu. Tayammum is actually a dry ablution or dry bath. Making intention is compulsory before you start performing tayammum. After this, both the palms of your hands should be struck gently against some dry soil, sand or stone. After blowing the dust off, wipe your face with the hands as is washed in wudu. Then the act of striking is repeated as well as blowing the dust off. Now forearms are wiped, tayammum is completed now. It must be noted that as soon as the restrictive reason for not doing wudu or ghusl is removed, tayammum becomes void. The acts that nullify wudu or tayammum are to answer the call of nature, leak or discharge any impurity from the body, to discharge pus or blood from some wound, to lose consciousness, becoming faint or becoming drowsy or falling asleep, mental imbalance, intoxication means taking drugs, laughter during salah, and to vomit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.